Welcome everyone to the flip side of crypto. So joining me today is Joe. As always, Joe, welcome.
Hello everyone, hope you're good. Hello Martynas, thanks for having me here.
Hey, always a pleasure. Joe, the market is red today. What is your reaction?
Yeah, as you know, guys, or everyone here, like the market is stumbling now. So maybe it's a good idea to look on the biggest market cap by, let's say, available on this market, let's say Bitcoin. So we'll go on their graph to see what's happening. So the market here, as you can see, the market is clearly to the downside, but it doesn't mean that we have a reversal. So there is a big difference between a correction and a reversal. Not every correction is a reversal. So what I will look at is we have still a strong area around here. Okay, so the market might bounce and start to go upward again. And also if we look on the lower time frame, we can see that this market is trading inside a clear, we call it bullish channel. So we might be at the end of this correction, since it is coinciding with the strong support here. So this is, let's say, maybe the end of the correction. Also, I think there is a 61 point or 50% here retracement. Let me check. Yeah, we have a 50% retracement, Fibonacci retracement level. So this tool shows us when this correction will end, and 50% is a common level. So we have this level coincide with the support and the lower end of our bullish flag. So my idea is we are at the end of this correction and we might see Bitcoin moving, let's say, to the upside in the coming days.
All right, thank you, Joe.
Thanks to you.
Can you explain to me a bit? So this is, what makes you think this will be a quick reversal, right? So you mentioned me that we are in a bullish channel. Could you just go a bit noob friendly for me today?
Yeah, let's say explain what is the difference between how do you spot a reversal or a correction? Yeah, so I will look at the higher time frame here. So the market is moving, usually when it's trending, similar to this market, we are in uptrend, no? So we have impulse, correction, impulse, correction. Now we have impulse, and this is a correction. Okay, so it's too early to say this correction is a reversal, since we are not saying, let's say, impulse to the downside, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. Okay, so it might turn to be, let's say, a beginning of a reversal, but it's too early to consider this.
Okay, right. Because the market news is, everything is quite bullish. More institutions coming in, although South Korea is clamping down on crypto with regulations, but China is still up and going. The US is very bullish. What's happening within the cryptoverse, the bulls are very much still in control. So
yeah, I think this is still bullish, even in technical analysis. So let's see how it will react around, let's say, 52,350 USDT level, let's say.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
right, Joe.
yeah.
Could you explain to me a bit about exit strategy? All right. So we now have a new article about why everyone needs to have it in mind.
Yeah.
So could you just elaborate on your exit strategy for Bitcoin?
Yeah, so whenever I consider, let's say, a trade on Bitcoin or any, let's say, altcoin available, you should have a strategy for exiting, even, let's say, as a stop loss or a target profit. So even if you want to limit your losses or, let's say, limit your profit, so you should know where are you going. For me, let's say, whenever I consider a trade, I, let's say, see where most probably my trading idea will be invalid. So in case the market here started to reverse and go to the downside, I will consider an exit position, let's say, to limit my losses. So I will put my stop loss up under this strong area here. However, if the market started to go up into the direction of my trading analysis, I might consider, let's say, the previous all-time high as a target, and then I will go out with some good amount of money if I was right in my trading analysis.
Okay. And Joe, is this same for both Forex and crypto and stock trading?
Yeah, it works on any financial market or security that you trade. Like, you should know where are you, let's say, going, or you should have a strategy to be able to have an edge. We say to be able to have an edge, you should know where is your stop loss and where is your target profit. So yeah, it can be applicable on any market available.
Right, but on the flip side though, if everyone is saying that Bitcoin is this, digital bank in space which continuously increases in value, and it can seem counterintuitive that this continuously appreciating in value assets would you ever contemplate an exit strategy? Why is this thinking wrong?
Like, why you should let's say not consider an exit strategy, just leave it for long term? This is what you mean, let's say? Or
so that would be just hodling, right?
Yeah,
but basically Bitcoin right now, as everyone keeps mentioning, is being bought up. There'll be less of Bitcoin, and so why should people, looking at this future outlook, they'll be worth 100,000 or $1 million, why should people still have an exit strategy at the ready?
Yeah. So if you want, let's say, if you want to invest, you should not, let's say, have this strategy that I am talking about. Let's say this is for like day trading. If you want to make some money, let's say, by, let's say, going in and out for a few days, few weeks. So if you want to invest, then you should have another, let's say, vision on when you should, let's say, exit the market. But for day trading, you should have an edge when you should know when you should stop and, let's say, go out of the market. But for hodling or, let's say, investing, like this is a different type of, let's say, trading, or it's investing, not a trading. Right. So it might reach, I don't know, 100k, 60k, it already, let's say, reached it. Let's say 100k, 500k, nobody knows in this case, since let's say it depends on how many companies adopt this thing and how, let's say, the monetary system will be converted to a digital one. So we might expect maybe a high price for Bitcoin in the future. Nobody knows.
Yeah. It seems like all of the factors lead into that Bitcoin will become larger, the macro play, but also, there's always the risk, like in our podcast episodes, that what if governments just decide, this is too strong to, survive, but then also Bitcoin is decentralized. There are no legs to break, so to speak. But if we're going to talk about another coin, maybe not as established as Bitcoin, for example, Vechain, right? So from a day trader's perspective and from an investor's perspective, could you tell me a bit about Vechain? They've been doing a lot of good things there. They're a great value chain.
So let's have a quick look on, let's say, the Vechain here. So the market, let's say, this is in terms of let's say the bullish scenario, if we want to look at it right now. So the market is in a clear uptrend, you can see, and we favor more to, let's say, buy this coin since we are in an uptrend. So the likely scenario is to see it going up again. This is a kind of correction, although it is a big one, but still there is a, let's say, room to see the market going to the upside. Although the market goes beyond this, let's say, level. So we might see the price making a move upward again. This might be a fake breakout. So if I go to this time frame, the 4-hour, let's say, candlestick didn't close below it. It is just making a breakout, but it's not a real one. We could not know if it's a real one yet. So what I see is I will wait how the market will close as 4-hour candlestick around this level, and I might consider a buy position. Also, we have around here 61.8, which is a very common Fibonacci retracement. So for now, this is a correction. Unless we can see the price closing below it and start to showing lower lows and lower highs, then we should consider a sell position. But till now, for me, it's a correction. And yeah, so also, let's say if you need to consider the sell position, we have a certain, let's say, type of, we call it as double top. We have talked about it yesterday as well. So it's forming a double top here. So, and this is the neckline. In case the market managed to close below the neckline, then we might see the price going to the downside and make a reversal. Okay, and maybe you can see the price next target around this level, and then this level. It depends on the key levels that you should consider.
And what is the bullish scenario? Basically, if we see a reversal.
Yeah. This is the bullish let's say scenario is to see the market going to the upside. So this might turn be to a correction, and then first target we might see it is the previous all-time high. Okay, so if I go on the lower time frame, it might be more, let's say, clear. So maybe around this level it will be our first target, and from, let's say, this level and upward, we should start to consider the rounded number, because we don't have previous data, historical data, so we cannot assume where the price might get stuck. So maybe 0.11, and after 0.11, 12, and etc. So it will have a lot of potential in case it broke the all-time high around this level here.
Right.
Yeah.
And Joe, could you tell me just a little bit about, I see the fundamentals, right? So Vechain has focused from day one on partnerships. They are focused on actually providing value, unlike many other coins. But for example, they're very good for supply chain management. They're good for tracking, especially luxury goods, for example, especially during the COVID crisis. Right now, there are even reports that they may be even used to track vaccines, for example. So I see the fundamentals, and then I see this correction. So correct me if I'm wrong, but it's normal even for a coin, when everything seems to be right from a business side, still to have slight corrections.
Yeah. Like the market will never goes up straightforward. Okay, so the market never go up like this. It needs some sort of, let's say, correction from time to time. Why? Because some people here, let's say, they believe that they made enough money and then they will exit the market. So this is why the market goes down. And then around, let's say, this level, if I was right, there will be, let's say, people interested, or institution, or etc. They find it cheap to buy, and then will push it again to the upside. So this is why the market always moves in impulse correction if we are in an uptrend, never straightforward, let's say up. So this is why we see this movement. So everyone should not be, let's say, afraid of this movement, because they are normal, and you should, let's say, cope with them and adapt to them.
Fantastic. Well, that is the best segue into saying thank you, Joe, and see everyone next episode.
Yeah, thank you, Martynas, and see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, guys.